beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're new here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ebony and I like to make book content on the internet. And today I have something special planned for you guys, or at least I think it's gonna be kind of fun. Obviously, you guys can kind of see I already have something going on back here. Today I thought it would be fun to do a video going over all of the books that I want to read this summer, but not just any books, you guys. Romance books. If you've watched my channel before, I've said it once and I will say it again. I've actually probably said it a couple times. I'm not really a big, gigantic romance reader. I think I just like to have a little more action, a little more spark, a little more spunk, stuff like that going on. But at the same time, I see so many people enjoying romance books and I see so much content around that, and I really want to start reading them myself. And I really kind of want to give it my full effort to see if I, A, just don't like the romance genre as much, or B, I've just been reading the wrong romance. But, you know, I wasn't gonna stop there. I was not gonna stop there. We're gonna be a little extra today, you guys. Not only am I gonna tell you guys the romance books that I want to read this summer, I'm also ranking them 1 through 10 based on which one I think I'm going to enjoy the most, down to which ones I think I'm going to enjoy the least. So I think this is gonna be exciting. Now, I do want to preface this video saying these are my opinions, okay? They are only opinions. I have not read these books yet. I'm not saying that these books are better or are worse. I'm just saying this is how I think I'm going to feel about them. And I just thought it would be kind of cool. Also, I want to mention, let's like ignore this like weird mark on my wall. So I want to go ahead and start pulling these cards like deal or no deal style. Inspiration comes from Dance Moms, just so you know, because I mean, it's iconic. So for today's video, I'm going to start from the one that I think I'm going to enjoy the least and then work my way up to the top of the pyramid like they do in Dance Moms. So I'm gonna start right here, you guys. Starting here at number 10, we have The Love Hypothesis. Isn't it crazy that out of all the books that are gonna be on this tower, I think that's the one I'm gonna enjoy the least? And I'm gonna tell you why. I also wanna say that I'm not gonna get into like the descriptions or the summaries of these books. Instead, I'm going to tell you why I feel like these are going to be at the bottom or at the top. The reason that I am ranking The Love Hypothesis as low as I am is for the fact that I think it's going to be kind of cheesy, but not in the way that I'm going to like. And at the same time, we are all obsessing over this book. When this woman literally apparently kisses a man without his consent, I still want to read it because everyone does say very good things about this book, but I just feel like it's gonna be too cheesy in the fake dating way that I don't want, so not in a good way. But we'll see. I've never read anything from this author. Like I said, I don't read very much romance, and that's why a lot of these books you guys are probably gonna be like, oh girl, you are late to the game. You guys, I know I'm late to the game. That's why I'm trying to catch up. Unfortunately, The Love Hypothesis is going to be in 10th place for cheesiness. Coming in 9th place, you guys, we have Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I know. I think at this point you guys are probably thinking like she's crazy. I honestly think all of these books are gonna be at least 3 stars or higher, otherwise I wouldn't read them. Let's talk about this one. So the reason I put this in 9th place is because I feel like I don't understand how the plot of this book is gonna go. It just kind of seems all over the place, like your twin sister runs away, so she leaves a child with you that you didn't know she had, but the child is apparently like 12 or 13. Like, first off, I just say I think that would be really hard to hide for that amount of time and very unrealistic. Not saying that your reading has to be realistic, but in my brain the whole time I'm gonna be thinking, how did you not know that this like person existed? So yeah, apparently her twin sister takes all of her stuff and leaves a child with her, but this random stranger man is going to take care of them?
Bruh.
For some reason, I just don't jive with that. So I guess because I don't understand how this book would go down, I'm putting it at the bottom of the list. That is why this one is in 9th place, okay? Now, we're gonna just go ahead and move on. So coming in place number 8, we have Rock Bottom Girl. Now, this is funny that it's in 8th place, right? Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. This girl goes back to like her childhood home and she ends up working at the high school with all of these like rugrat children, and she's like afraid she's not gonna be good at it. She's kind of self-deprecating, even just from like reading like the back of the book. It feels kind of self-deprecating, but basically she's going to fake date this track coach that goes there too.
He wants her to teach him how to love, and she wants him to teach her how to coach, or something like that.
I feel like this is more of like a spicy book. It has the big O word on the back. I've never heard anyone talk about this book, number 1. Number 2, I'm afraid that the spice or the smut might overtake the plot, and when there's no plot, I don't enjoy a book as much. So that's why I ranked this number 8. I still think this is gonna be a pretty good read. I think I'm happy with place number 8. I mean, once you see the rest of these, you'll understand why. All right, now this one might get me criticized on the internet, okay? This one might actually very much get me criticized on the internet, okay? Coming in place number 7, we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry, you guys. So the reason that I put this one down here is because honestly, I have a lot of other really good books up here, and that's really not a good reason. But also, I just feel like the summary of the book doesn't give like too much away. It seems like it's gonna be enemies to lovers. I'm not sure if it's enemies to lovers, but they just keep bumping into each other over and over again. So I'm not quite sure if it goes like through different timelines. I don't know how it's gonna play out. There's just not very much intrigue if you just read the back of the book. Like just by reading the back of the book, I don't feel super excited, but the reason that this one's ranked higher than these ones is because I did just read Happy Place by Emily Henry, and I actually really like her writing. But still, people are gonna probably give me crap about this because a lot of people really love this book. I can't be as sure that I'm going to enjoy it because I don't necessarily know what's going to happen. And if you've been on my channel before, you know that I really try to stay away from spoilers as much as I possibly can. So, Book Lovers gets to be place number 7. So now, coming in spot number 6 today, we have Things We Leave Unfinished. So this book I kind of wanted to put right in the middle because I don't know if I'm gonna love it or if I'm not gonna like it. I really don't know. I think the premise of the book sounds really interesting. I'm excited to see. It kind of feels like a love story, but then kind of like a mystery, but it's not actually a mystery because they're just uncovering Scarlett Stanton's unfinished book, and they find out that she kind of had like this love for a pilot way back in the day, and so they're trying to finish her manuscript, or the guy is trying to finish her manuscript, and I think it's going to be kind of a cute story. It's different from what I usually read, but I think I'm going to like it because it has a little different aspect to the romance. Like I feel like it's different than just like your base cheesiness of romance, and the main character, the girl, happens to be like this lady's granddaughter. Oh, so our main character is her great-granddaughter. So she's actually related to the lady that he wants to finish writing the manuscript about, and I'm assuming that's kind of how they meet, is around that basis. But yeah, I just put it smack dab in the middle because I don't think I'll hate it, but I don't think I'll love it necessarily, or I don't know if I'll love it. But I do have one qualm. You see this? I hate that. That's disgusting. I can't take it off. And I feel like it just makes the book ugly. I don't want the word TikTok on my book permanently. I'm just saying. All right, so moving on, we have made it halfway through. We are at number 5, and coming in 5th place, you guys, we have The Simple Wild. I would say this book, you either A, have heard of it, or B, you have never heard of it. I don't think there's an in-between. Because that's literally how that works. I'm so funny. I'm really actually not funny. The reason that I'm ranking this book so high, and I think that I'm gonna very much enjoy it, is for the simple fact that I feel like it's more than just romance. The fact that we have this main character going back to get to know her father that she never had the opportunity to get to know is a really interesting aspect. I think it's kind of cool that she's like a city girl going to Alaska, and I like the fact that the guy she kind of meets is a pilot. I think I'm gonna really enjoy the aspect of how she is either A, gonna follow in her parents' footsteps, it feels like, or B, find a way to make things work. I just feel like it's gonna be a very interesting and rewarding experience. I feel like not only are we gonna get romance, but we're gonna get this like bond and connection built between her and her father. I'm hoping, like I said, I have not read this book yet, but I think it's gonna give us a lot of different things. Therefore, it's gonna make me more interested in reading it. And I mean, it's cute. He's a pilot. Like, that is super cute. I don't know why. I would love to meet a pilot. It's supposed to be a little steamy as well, so you know. So this one, I put her like smack dab in the middle, same as the one before, just because I feel like they have a little bit different of a premise, so I can't really say if I'm going to love them or if I'm not gonna like them. I think it's gonna be fun, okay? I don't know. We're gonna take a small little break because it seems like my camera is overheating a little bit. I don't blame her because I am too, okay? So we're gonna take a short intermission and I will be right back. So if this isn't like in the perfect exact area, we're just not gonna talk about it. I'll go like this so we can tell. I'm gonna take this like pen and I'm gonna put it like this.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So we can kind of tell where the edge is. Just maybe we can get it back in the same spot. I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know. I will be back, you guys. Sorry guys, my camera wanted to act a little stupid, a little bit rude. Starting where we left off, for you it was a second, for me it was a little while. I feel like I'm gonna get so much hate for this one, but here goes nothing. In 4th place today we have Beach Read by Emily Henry. Now, before we say anything, before we jump to conclusions, I think I'm actually going to really enjoy this book. I think the whole concept of this book is very interesting. I like the fact that you have these complete polar opposites right in each other's genres to try to get over their writer's block. And I think that this could be really cute if Emily Henry does as good of a job on this book as she did on Happy Place. I think I'll really like it. I think it's gonna be lighthearted. I like the idea of them going on like these little field trips. I think I'm gonna like beach read more than I'll like book lovers, just because when I read the book of the book, my words did not come out of my mouth. When I read the back of this book, I liked this summary better than I liked this summary. I feel like this had more going for it than this did. I can't remember if people like book lovers more or if people like beach read more. Unclear. I would really love to actually read this one on the beach. Your girl really needs to get to the beach at least one time this summer or I think I might implode. But yeah, so beach read comes in at number 4. I'm gonna stop rambling about this one, you guys. We have made it to the top 3 on this list. These are the books I think that I am gonna enjoy the most out of all of them. Coming in 3rd place today, you guys, we have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, and I am very excited for this one, okay? I'm very excited. I feel like the first big romance book that I read this year was Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, and I fell in love with those characters and I fell in love with that book. The reason that I ranked this as high as I did is because I believe there's actually a little bit of a love triangle in this book. From what I heard from somebody, not saying that that is accurate, I think it was for this one somebody mentioned a love triangle, so there actually might be a little back and forth. I don't read much of that, or I feel like I haven't read much of that lately. I think that's kind of exciting. I think it'll add a little bit of drama, but pretty much they basically had like one epic day together and they promised each other that they're gonna meet each other back at this lake every single year. And so our girlie went back, but he did not. So after that happens, they like fast forward and now she sees him again for like the first time in 10 years, but then she also has like her ex working with her. But yeah, so I think this is probably gonna stay at the top of the list just because I already know that I like her writing as well. But I mean, I could say that about Emily Henry too. I'm gonna leave my ranking here. I stand by my ranking. Moving on to spot number 2, we have The Fine Print, the Dreamland Billionaires series. I'm sure everybody's heard of this book. I'm sure everybody knows of this book. There's been so many people that have read this and have left such good and like raving reviews about it. The reason that I ranked this book so high is because it's kind of a grumpy sunshine. I don't know why. I think I like the grumpy sunshine trope the more books that I read. And so we have Rowan and Zasha. So yeah, pretty much I think he meets her beforehand and he ends up kissing her, but he also gives her a job. And so he wanted to keep this secret and he didn't want her to know that it was him that she was working for, so he texted her using this alias, and it kind of just spins things out of control when she figures this out. And I think this is going to be a really cute premise. I like that it's kind of based around Disney World. I don't think I've ever read anything like that. I don't think I've seen any books kind of like that. This, I believe, is going to be a really good book. I just haven't taken the time to pick it up yet. Like, I don't know why I haven't picked it up, but now that it's summer, I'm kind of wanting some more light reads. So I ranked this 2nd overall. I think I'm gonna really like it. I was on TikTok. Somebody annotated their book, and so I kind of like read one of the annotations, and it's like a little steamy, like, that's in this book? Okay. You know what I just realized? I never took that highlighter off the wall when I was trying to make sure that my camera went like zoomed in for People are probably like, why is that on the wall? Literally don't know, but it's too late to go back now, you know? I noticed now before the end. Right? That's just so funny. It's a disaster! We we are going to move on to spot number 1. If you've watched my prior videos, this probably wouldn't be a surprise to you that this one is sitting at number 1. I've talked about it in multiple videos. I had finally gotten my hands on it. I'm almost nervous to read it because it's been so hyped up. Like, I feel like it's been hyped up to the point where I'm either gonna love it just as much as everyone else or I'm not gonna like it at all, so it makes me terrified. So, coming in at number 1 today, we have Magnolia Parks. I'm so excited. Magnolia Parks comes in at number 1 because I think about this book all the time. I think about this book in the way where like I want to read it but I don't want to read it, okay? I almost want to savor it and really take my time going through this book because everyone has had such a good experience. But people always say if you like Gossip Girl then you'll like Magnolia Parks, and I love Gossip Girl, so I think I'm gonna really like Magnolia Parks. I read like this little first insert 2 of the book. I guess I cheated. I read this right here and it just seemed really cute, and so I was very, I don't know, I was very enthralled. Like, I really wanted to pick it up and give it a try. I actually don't know very much going into this book. I know that the man in this book is gonna be toxic. I think what I'm gonna do is put on rose-colored glasses and pretend that that's like not a walking red flag of a man.
Whoa, it's toxic? I didn't know that it was toxic, so
that's what we're gonna do for this book if it does seem to get a little toxic. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave that at that, you guys. Magnolia Parks comes in first place. This is the book that I think I'm gonna enjoy the most. Now, place your bets down below if you think that my actual results are gonna come out the same way as this. Like, do I know myself well enough to guess how much I'm gonna enjoy books? That is the real question, because I'm curious to know the answer, and I'm really excited to find out. This wraps up the video. Other than that, I don't have anything else to talk about. This is my summer romance TBR, you guys, and I'm very excited. I'm hoping that after this experience, I can jump on the bandwagon with everyone else and actually be like an avid romance reader. I'm hoping that after this video, I'll want to pick up more romance books and kind of like add them into the mix of what I normally read. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, you guys, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more content from me, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And then, wait, there's more. If you want to be notified every time that I upload a video, you can hit that little notification bell and it'll notify you every time that I post. And we can do more fun things just like this. Again, I just want to say thank you guys so much. All your love and support means the world to me. I've had such a good time doing and making these videos and creating this content for you, and I just wanted to do something that was a little different and kind of fun today, so I hope I kind of like spiced it up and changed it up for you guys. Tell me what you think. And I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of their morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. What am I gonna read next?